This time on NTS Adventures.
Oh, it's a nice walleye here. Nice walleye, my friends. Nice. You might be a little better. Life is good! Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to NTS Adventures. I've been out here for about 3 hours now, and I tell you, man, it's been real slow this morning. I started off with some drop shots, and then I went into some hair jigs, and then I went into 1/8 ounce jig with a really small tail on it. And it's been nothing at all. So this is my first fish of the day. Take a quick measure of it and see if it's going to be kept. That fish is under 13, so I'm not going to keep that, but we'll just keep throwing up in here and hopefully we'll get another one. Hang in there. Number two, still a little bit short there. I can tell you that's probably around 12. Two small ones. Not great, but we'll keep it going here. You never know, might be something bigger up on those rocks. Hiding, lurking. I tell you, man, it's been tough this morning. I started off fishing with some drop shots, a little deeper. Then I moved, didn't get anything there. I also threw a hair jig, so I came around the corner here to my springtime location, my favorite springtime location. Oh, the first jet skiers are out. Wow, there goes the season. Anyway, throw a Ned bait. I threw a Ned bait for a little while. It kind of started to gain popularity in the bass world, but it's also starting to gain popularity in the walleye world because it stays right on the bottom, but we'll talk about that later. So anyway, I ended up going back to swim bait. different color swim bait than what I was using at the beginning of the season. This guy's got a lot of nice little colors on him, and that's finally what I caught 2 fish on, was that. So we'll just kind of keep it going here. Finally getting warm, man. Last couple times I was out fully dressed up. As a matter of fact, this morning when I came out, I was fully dressed up with all my rain gear. They're calling for thunderstorms this afternoon, and as the mornings progressed here, I've been taking off layers, so it's turning out to be a nice day, and I've probably seen 3, maybe 4 boats move in here since I've been out here. So it's a good day on the Ottawa River. We'll see if we can catch some more walleye. Hang in there, everybody. 2 fish I caught were really tight to bottom and right up on shore there. They actually struck or hit my swim bait just in that shallow area. It's about 6 feet, maybe 9 feet up there. And I'm sitting in 16 feet, so as you can see, pretty short amount of distance to close that 8-foot gap in depth. So, oh, there's another bump there. So I don't know what they're doing up. There is some current in there. You can just make it out if you look at the debris on the water. You can see it's slowly starting to come into there and out to those that fast water over there. But I don't know. He might be a little better. He might be a little better. Hopefully not too good. Well, there he is there. He might be over, but we'll haul him up and see. Take a quick little measure of it. That was the one that I must have maybe I missed a little while ago. Lock her into place there. Yeah, 14 and a half. You know, you guys know, this time of year for me, that limit is 13-ish or a little higher. It's the first one I've caught in over 13 today, so I might as well eat her. I shouldn't have referred to that fish as a her. It was probably a male. I'm gonna throw right back out there, see if there's another one hiding in there. Oh, it's getting nice out here, my friends. Finally, some heat. My tomatoes will start to grow. I found that the 3 fish that I've caught in today is just been snap jigging. The other day it was more of a, or 2 videos ago, I was showing you guys, it was with those swim baits, I was relying on the reeling action for that boot on that swim bait to work. That didn't work for, I was throwing that way for about half hour this morning, didn't work. So I started with the snap jigging, and the snap jigging is a little bit different. You just basically, you're just going to snap it up and you're going to let it fall. But the key is when you're letting it fall, you got to take up that slack, because a lot of times, or most times, that's when that fish is going to strike. So it takes a little bit of coordination, but once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty good technique. And then once I've exhausted the retrieve, I'll just kind of sit here and just give it a couple of jiggles. Sometimes that fish will follow it. So you don't want to just finish your cast right there. One of my all-time favorite freshwater anglers, a guy named Al Linder out of the States, he had talked about that in several of his videos over the years. I started watching him in the late 80s, and he said one of the things that anglers need to consider is, no matter what type of retrieve you're throwing, you need to make sure that when it gets to the boat, you just don't pull it out. You let it sit there for a couple of minutes in case there is a follower. I get that's debatable, but some people want to just get it back out there, but I always like just to keep it there for a couple extra seconds in case there was a follower. Yeah, the move has been complete. As you can see, it's almost 6 degrees warmer here. So that's pretty significant. I'm already seeing a couple pods of fish here. There's one right there. I'll give that a mark. And we're coming up to another couple over here, I think. We might be able to get right into the zone there. We'll mark that as well. Oh, and we also got, looks like a little bit up over here. There's a little bit of flakage there. All right, so we've got 3 waypoints marked in there already. 1, 2, 3, all kind of side by side. You can see kind of there it was starting to drop off now, so I'm going to just bring her around, as they say. You see there's just a little bit of a contour in there. It's like the 2 and the 5. That's usually, that's the usual depth of that, right? I don't do an offset on this. They call it a depth offset, but I don't use it because the Ottawa changes so often. Every time I'd go out, I'd be changing it because, like I've explained before, it's all dam controlled, and several dams actually below us and 2 above us, so I wouldn't even bother. Anyway, I digress. But right now, even though it's usually about 6 feet, right now in that area is going to be about 16 feet. So there's about 10 feet additional water there. Anyway, we're going to go back to those waypoints there that I marked, and we're going to pin there and see if I can get any. But wow, look at that, 54 degrees right here. Wow, that's 9 degrees warmer than where we were, than what it was back up the short term. So this might make the difference. I'm going to pin us right here and see what happens. Well, this place kind of is a bit of a bust as well. Not even marking any fish here. So I think I'm going to go home. I think I'm going to go home and have some lunch. And we'll see what's going on. Maybe I'll come back out tonight. Or tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day. So maybe sometime tomorrow I'll get back out. We shall see. My friends, honestly, you got to check this out. This is probably the biggest deal of the season so far. Honestly, check this out. Check this out. Bare feet. Finally got bare feet, my friends. Finally, we got a nice warm day here on the Ottawa River. Or in the Ottawa Valley, actually. Finally, we got a nice warm day in the Ottawa Valley. About 28 degrees Celsius. That's a stoker. That's probably reaching 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Finally, I can't believe it. Nice and warm out. Got my UV gear on. Maggie's huddled underneath the console, and I'm back out for an evening of pickerel fishing. AK Walleye, AK Walter, AK the Eye. Whatever you want to call it, here I am. Hopefully Maggie and I are going to be out here just in time for a nice evening bite. It's about almost 4:30 in the afternoon here, so it's a little bit early yet, but I thought I'd come out and scope a little bit of territory. First good run of the boat I've had this year. Been running for about 20 minutes now. Get that pistons all seated in there nice and tight. That VMAX, she just wants to growl. She's ready to roll, so I said, okay girl, let's take you for a run. So here we are. We're actually gone upriver quite a stretch, heading towards Chalk River. Past Chalk River I think we're gonna go. We'll see how she goes today, and there's a couple bays back here that occasionally walleye will hold in the springtime, but we shall see. It hasn't been a great opening year so far, honestly. You guys have been with me. A lot of small fish, maybe a couple that went over 15, but it hasn't been a slaying. Other guys I talked to are doing okay, but they're all small. Talked to a couple of young guys and they said they're doing great, but they're fishing warmer water. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it a go here for a couple hours and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for about 30 minutes, everybody. It's a beautiful night here on the Ottawa River and I think you guys should join me. Hang in there. Check that out. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Check that out. See what it does. There we go. There we go. First one of the night. Been at her for about 2 hours. That's my first one. Couldn't find him. Couldn't find him. I think he's going to be over though. We're going to take a quick measure here. No, no, no. No, sir. 14 and change. I can keep that bad boy. That's right where I want to be this time of year. Let's get her in the water. Telling you, this little watermelon-y, clowny, I guess more clowny is more accurate. Clown color, I guess we call it. We'll call it a clown cover. See it there? This thing has been my go-to bait this spring. I was throwing I had a drop shot with a leech on it for an hour tonight. Then I went to a Ned rig and nothing. And then put this little clown, let's call it the clown swim bait on, and just started moving slowly between these 2 points and I picked him up. So hopefully he won't be the last one. There we go. A little bit of shaky wakey here. He might be too big here. Oh, he's a shaky wakey. Yeah, he's going to be too big, this guy here. I'm going to have to net him, I think. Whew, he inhaled that one. I think he's going to be a little bit too big, but I'm going to put him on the scale anyway. Oh, no, no, you got to be kidding me. Wow, look at that. Just 15. Just. I don't know if I explained this to you guys before. It's actually 40 centimeters, which equates to 15.75 inches, but I just use 15 inches to be absolutely safe. That's just the way I roll. But this here, just on 15, I'm comfortable with that. So nice little spring walleye here. I'm trying to have a sandwich for the last couple minutes, but it's not working out for me. Catching fish. Good problem to have. Let's go do it again. Whew. Getting pulverized, man. Getting pulverized. I was just changing the battery in my GoPro here. My rod started going thump, thump, thump. Like hardcore. Oh, it's a nice walleye here. Nice walleye, my friends. Oh, that's a catter. That's why. That's why. There's your Ottawa River catfish right there. These things have a similar, they do have a similar fight to walleye. They truly do with that head shaking there. But I've confused it a few times actually. And I don't know if other anglers have had the same experience, but they got that boom, 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 boom. Kind of like a big walleye, so you kind of get excited. Anyway, worked out. I got the side imaging going here on my cockpit fish finder, and it's been very helpful for me here today because, like for example, I just marked a school of fish here just off to my back starboard side, so I just was able to just switch over to that side of the boat, because as I explained to you before, and that boat is, my boat is high on the screen, and that transducer is taking pictures in the side imaging concept. The pictures that it's taking immediately are the ones that are right off the left and right of the boat. And I got it set for 30 meters either way, which is about 100 feet roughly. So it really works well. I can marking some down here too. I can see them. There's all sorts of fish in here, and they're all facing one way, which would make sense, probably towards the current, or maybe that way rather, towards the current. So that can make sense the way they're all kind of lined up there. So it's been a very, very useful tool for me here. So now I'm just going to kind of start making my way around the island, and that'll be one complete pass. 4 fish, 3 pickerel and a cat. That's not too bad for one swing around an island. I don't think so anyway. There he is. There he is. Oh, another nice eye. Haul him up. Give him a measure. We might be okay again. Well, this is one time I'm glad I'm not catching big fish. That's for sure. Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here, guy? He's almost 14. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him. It's gonna be good. This is super fun. I mean, honestly, what more can you ask for? Look at this gorgeous night out here, man. Gorgeous night on the Ottawa River tonight. Fish are bite. I'm not hammering them, but I'm catching them. Enjoying the sun. Life is good. There's our beaver been coming in and out of the water right there. Oh, look at it. No, 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 no. What do we got here? What do we got here? No, 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 Maggie, that's a beaver. Look at that. Look at him. Hey, he's going to come down here, Mags. He's going to come down. Leave it. Come on, beaver. Look at him coming. There he comes. Look at him. He's got himself a branch. Where are you heading with that branch? Maggie. It's a bee. Okay, first of all, hey, Sunshine. You can't swim, remember? How you Mags, no! Okay, tough girl. First of all, oh, there he goes. Look at him. He's got his little branch there. He's heading around with his branch. That's hilarious. Away he goes. He's moving. This is my fucking branch. Oh, you gotta love nature, man. That's classic. And where are you? Hey. You mind your business. That poor beaver's just working hard, like Canadians. He's working hard. That's why it's one of our national animals, Mags. So basically what I've been doing for the last 2 hours is I've been using this swim bait here. They call it a swim bait because it's got a little bit of what we refer to as a boot. Or I refer to it as a boot anyway, on the back end of it there. It's a big old, hang on, let's stop her here for a minute. Okay, you guys can see it there. It's a big old piece of plastic. You can see how it's kind of shaped like a boot. I don't know the actual name for it. I know a lot of anglers refer to it as the boot. And the beauty of that is, depending on the size of the boot, like that's a fairly big boot. And depending on what speed I'm trolling at is going to determine how fast that boot is moving. So if I'm going like that, you see it's going to create more action, or if I'm going slower, it's going to slow down. This is what we refer to as a swim bait. They've been around quite a while. You can toss them too. I have tossed it, and you can snap jig them. You can just traditionally jig them too, but the whole idea is that when you get that movement, you see that little boot moving and it attracts. Look at that. That's pretty sexy, man. Let's get a little closer there. Holy mackerel. I hope I don't lose my phone. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? Whew. I'm telling you, man. If that was a fish, I'd eat that clown. Well, that's the end of the episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this evening and coming out with me, rather. I had a good time. It was really relaxing. Water was nice and calm. Got a couple fish. They're not on yet. They really aren't. I mean, maybe there's other anglers that are doing well right now, but I'm certainly not one of them. Like I said before, usually this bite doesn't pick up till around mid-June on this river typically. If somebody else has had a different experience, please feel free to comment. Anyway, I appreciate the 200 or so people who continue to watch my videos. I just do it for fun, you guys know that, and I know they're not high quality videos, but this is one of my hobbies. Anyway, guys, life is hard. Have fun. Support your troops. We'll see you next time on NTS Adventures. Let's go home, Maggie. Ready, girl? Life is good.